We're going to be talking about some different topics, but the main thing is we're talking about Colorado football, the updates to the roster, news, and things of that nature. As we just got news that NBC and ESPN have picked up the first two games for Colorado. First game versus North Dakota State at home, and then on the road at Nebraska. See Buff Stampede, of course, covering this, along with BuffZone.com and all the other media outlets out there. Tell us, what do you know, and what is there to know about these primetime games now that Colorado is, second year in a row at least for playing on national televised program these first two games?
Well, I'm going for some fan points off the bat here, and I'm going to say that Nebraska has yet to beat Colorado since they were conference foes. So I'm just going to lead off there. I think the fact that there are night games early in the season is a good thing because it's a little bit hotter temperatures. Not that Colorado or Lincoln, Nebraska get too crazy in terms of the temperatures during the day, but it wouldn't be like a TCU situation last year where everybody's face almost melted off out there. But no, to have them later in the day on national TV, you couldn't picture it any better. And it's, again, kind of the prime effect. I guarantee you, if he was the head coach, was not the head coach of Colorado, those first two games would not both be on national television. So that's a cool thing. Now, the thing that I've thought many times, Chico, in the last, I don't know, I think it was 2016 that Colorado scheduled North Dakota State. And I remember at that time thinking, why would you do that? And I've thought that many times since. And so getting that TV in time was another reminder of, like, man, that's a rough opener. Good thing is you're at home in front of Folsom Field, and it's going to be rocking leading up to that. So that should be a fun deal. I was looking at the week 0 games for college football, and there's really no intriguing matchups. I think Florida State and Georgia Tech play over in Dublin, but you don't really have any big time matchups. So, Colorado, as we saw last year, being a program that intrigued the nation, is going to have one of those early spotlights to really show what they can do.
Oh, yeah. And as it has here on the website, it will be the Buffaloes and the Bisons will kick off the second season under Deion Sanders. The first two games airing on network television, ESPN and NBC. Of course, one of the most watched teams in the nation last year. I think as a business, from a business point of view, they had to put them back on this year, right? Why wouldn't you put them back on, even if it's going to be at Nebraska? We saw Nebraska post on their social media that the game is going to be under the red lights. And, they're putting it, of course, like they're supposed to do from their point of view. But we know why ESPN is here. We know why they're coming, and it's because Coach Prime and the Buffaloes, right?
No, definitely. I will tell you, Memorial Stadium, if you can make it out to that game in Lincoln, for anybody that's listening,
oh, yeah,
that is a genuinely cool atmosphere to watch a football game at. And I don't know what it is. This is before I covered Colorado, but I had a hatred for the Big Red. Like, I just, for whatever reason, growing up, that was a team that I would just cheer against. But I will say my experiences covering games out in Lincoln has at least given me an appreciation for their fan base and kind of how passionate they are about it. And they're pretty friendly. Colorado fans will say it's fake friendly, but I definitely think that's a cool atmosphere to watch college football.
Yeah, well, say Colorado and Nebraska are closing out the second home-and-home series since the two discontinued as conference partners in 2010. Of course, the Buffs have won all three of those games, as you just noted right there. So it's going to be one that Matt Rule is ready. He has a couple of big-time recruits that he's was able to bring into Nebraska. So we'll see how improved they are, especially in their passing game. But overall, I think we'll be ready for it.